Primary ignition.
Hey, I'm actor Chris Bartlett from The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and you're watching Virtual Cantina Network.
Yeah, there we are. We're live.
We are live. Hello, 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 and welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch-Along. Very excited. We're in the midst of the summer of Snips. I am Spencer the Fifth. A lot cooler than Rocky V, but that's also been debatable, so I don't know what to tell you. Running production tonight is A. Jeff, who's over there. And over on my other side is A. Dave.
Hello there.
Hello there. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another week of the Virtual Cantina Watch-Along. We are going to be watching several episodes from Season 1 of the Clone Wars as part of our Summer of Snips celebration, if you will. We'll talk a little bit about that in a few minutes. First and foremost, I want to get some plugs out there. Our TeePublic store is on sale right now, and we got a lot of incredible new designs. First and foremost, obviously, our Pride shirts are going great. We got a brand new one that went up today, our famous BGE shirt, our Big Gay Explosion. So if you want to get a copy of that one, you can get that on that. They're on sale right now for $16, which is awesome.
That's a good deal.
We also launched our patriotic line. So if you order it shortly or soon, you probably will get it before July the 4th.
Yeah,
I know
cool.
I ordered our Rebels logo VC one. So I'm very excited about that. But like I said,
You can get it just in time to start roasting marshmallows on Vader there.
absolutely. And I want to give a shout out to one of our members, Matt Waldron, because I have the Save the Space
sweet.
Whales t-shirt with the Purgle. But he also came out, if you're a Star Trek 4 fan, and you should be.
Who isn't?
Right? Please make sure that you go over and check it out, because he's got an Admiral W. Wales here with a picture of Purgles as well. But if you want to get involved in the chat, which you absolutely should, Dave, how would someone do that?
Actually, as is usual, is like stealing the actual factoids, and go to StreamYard.com/Facebook right there, and you can connect so we can see your name, Facebook user.
Yes. So I want to say hi to
Blanca,
who's been giving some really great motivational posts almost on the daily. So thank you very much for that. That's very heartwarming that you have such love for our little group here. A little group that's almost 60,000 members galaxy-wide. Can we hit 100 before Japan?
Ooh.
But I'll give you a
the power of Stinky, we can.
Exactly. Let the power of Stinky compel you. Let the power of Stinky compel you. But if we get to 60,000, I'm going to do a very special giveaway. At this past con that I just went to this past weekend, we had an incredible donation from our family member, Chris Bartlett, who you might know as pretty much every droid in the Disney Plus era. He gave us a signed Zero Pop.
Oh,
And true.
he did not. That is crazy train.
Oh man, he's highly skilled in so many different ways. It's amazing.
Man.
So this will be, once we hit 60,000, we'll put every member into a generator. No, you know something? I think I'm going to take the top 50 of that week into a generator room because people will be commenting at that point. We know that they're involved. I'll take the top 50 and put them in a generator, and the winner will get this incredible zero.
If you happen to see a lot of posts from a new user named Contest McContesterson, then don't pay any attention.
Yes, absolutely. And Bruce Brown. So Bruce, great to see you, man. Had an incredible time hanging out with you in London. Says he's watching us on YouTube TV. So we're on TV.
No, he's on Tube TV. He said.
Okay.
Not YouTube. If he was on YouTube, he would say his name, but he's still.
We could be on Tube TV.
But
Tube
yes,
TV is a little different.
but also our snazzy baseball jerseys are still on sale right now until the end of July. You can get your light side and dark side for $150, and you get your own name and number on the back, which is pretty impressive. Though I have to say, we did get a number of orders for the stock information. Like people wanted Skywalker, people wanted Palpatine, and the numbers.
Hey, it was a good example. Obviously, that example was where everybody's head's at, anyways. So,
right.
That's what I sent in.
Right.
Those rather fun. So we have one of our members, Liberty Timmons. She ordered Rogue and the number 1, and Order and 66.
There you go. That's
really cool.
That's better.
You could also do Star Wars 77, right? Or is it only
No, we have up to 14 letters. Because remember, Mark wanted to write Flat Spencer's manager.
Which he is, and the automated system will let you do that. It would give me like 40
If we thought about it, he could have put MGR, but he actually said he did the acronym of "May the Flat Spencer be with you."
Okay, let's just
add a special one that says LLAP for Notman.
Yes, but can we have one that says BGE? Just throwing out. It's always come back to the big gay explosion. I think that's why. And I want to give a there we go actually, but I want to give a plug to Daughters of the Galaxy, who had an incredible episode last night. Jeff, why don't you talk a little bit about that as you were the assisting with Mark and all that on that?
I was at K1 Speed, enjoying free alcohol and wondering what the problems were.
Okay, never mind. But why don't you talk about the show anyway? Because I went to go see Jesus Christ Superstar.
I didn't watch it yet, so I know there was some issues, but I know that the subject was Padme, and I'm sure they delved pretty deep into Padme and her legacy in Star Wars and what she means to the franchise. I don't know if Dave knows more, but anybody in the chat actually
this little bit more because I've seen just a touch of the episode. I was actually recording at the same time Daughters was live last night. I was recording this weekend's episode of the Unifying Force, which will be talking all about the origins and inspirations behind Ahsoka Tano. But Scoob is saying right there that it's an amazing show, really powerful look at Padme. Thanks, Scoob, for filling in and watching where we're.
I think the host would be able to give us a little insight. She is in the chat, or one of the hosts, I should say.
Yes.
But anyway.
But hi April, who says hi to her brothers in the flat one.
Yeah,
that's April, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
That would be April, who is Facebook user who hasn't gone to Facebook.
She doesn't follow directions. She'll complain about it. So way too many steps. But how should April do that if she wanted to do it?
It's right there at the bottom of the screen. Visit www.streamyard.com/Facebook, and then that connects your Facebook and your StreamYard, so we can have your name pop up here and it goes yay and stuff.
And then you show up.
I did listen to the show last night on my way home.
Why are you asking us? You listen to the show. We didn't.
I know that, but people really don't want to hear my voice all the time, so I was trying to pass the buck here.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
I was at an event for a VidCon pre-party, enjoying listening and seeing people in go-karts smash into each other from the VIP balcony while I enjoyed free drinks.
I went out after the con last week with all the Star Wars actors.
I saw that photo,
which was actually kind of cool. But I have to say, hanging out and drinking with Joey Fatone and one of the professional cosplayers as Peter Griffin, seeing Peter Griffin like singing "Bye Bye Bye" with Joey Fatone was actually really.
There's a one or two really like spot on, like physically and voice wise.
Stevie Oaks is the one who does him and Rob Friends. Rob was the first one, but Stevie does like a lot of the cons up here. He's connected with the people who do Rhode Island Comic Con and all that. And I need no name. I'm only in the shadows. But yeah, so Ashley is saying that they delved into costume a little bit and talk about the books and the book club strikes again. Yes, the book club does strike again. But it was really, really a great episode. I actually went to go see the 50th anniversary of Jesus Christ Superstar, and they had some of the cast members as well as the movie choreographer and the photographer who shot the album cover.
Oh, wow.
And I was able to get the Caiaphas, Annas, and Jesus to sign, and then the choreographer who signed over his ex-wife's picture, which was pretty awesome.
There you go.
He's like, "That's my ex-wife." I was like, "You want to sign over her?" And, the photographer right over there used a nice blue deco on it, and then watched the movie with a friend of mine from home who lives up here, which was pretty cool. But yeah, great episode. Listening to it. Yes, I met Jesus. He's a nice Jewish boy, just like me.
Hey, that was my joke first.
It was your joke. But yes, he's a little bit cross. Too soon? I don't know. Anyway.
Depends on who you ask.
Anyway, but Dave, there's a lot of stuff coming up on the Virtual Cantina Network, especially when we're involved in this summer Snips. What's on the docket?
So Summer Snips, you can always check the Facebook page on Sunday evenings, and we're posting a schedule for the full week ahead. Already announced for this weekend is going to, I mentioned it a little bit, is the Unifying Forces up for our 11 a.m. Eastern Sunday show. And we are talking about both the real world, the Lucasfilm, George Lucas, Dave Filoni, actual production end, origins and inspirations behind Ahsoka, as well as those origins and inspirations in canon materials, and talking about who she is, why she's important, why she's become important to Star Wars canon, and things that you need to know about Ahsoka leading up to the Ahsoka show.
Very, very exciting. Dave, just so you know, you sound a little bit tinny. I don't know if it's just me, but I
was noticing that as well.
I'm hearing somebody's extra audio, like they're listening to the stream or something.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me, is that somebody else had their audio on, but I'm going to check my mic anyway and see if it's...
I have my two other versions. The sound is off, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah,
but
I think
also want to make sure that everybody knows that tonight we're going to be watching Season 1, Episodes 9, 13, 14, 19, 21, and that should be your keynote numbers for tomorrow.
There you go.
A lot of...
Well, please make sure that you're queuing up your Clone Wars Season 1 on the D Plus machine, or if you're on Blu-ray or DVD, to Episode 9 of Season 1. Last week we watched the Clone Wars movie, and like I said, I went with very low expectations kind of like watching Justice League for the first time, and I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's what it is, but it's definitely not my favorite 3 or 4 episodes of the series. Basically, here we go. If those numbers hit,
The VCN gets a third.
The VCA gets a third. Yes, we need
Yeah. Why do you think there's problems with the Clone Wars movie?
like,
It couldn't be anything like that.
Flying Stinky is the best.
I think Stinky Busters needs his own shirt on TeePublic.
Still have to update Stinky with a rainbow, but we'll see. Anyways,
so what are we watching tonight? We're watching April. We're watching Clone Wars. What are we drinking? I'm drinking water. Rogue. You want to watch Rogue yet?
Stinky weapon.
Maybe we should watch John Wick. I know at least 2 people who will watch that.
it's a great show.
Stinky Punky Muffin Busters. Oh boy. So we're watching Clone Wars tonight. Obviously we got a lot of great programming coming up. And the other night, Jamie and Mark filmed a very special interview with Commander Sato. Dave, why don't you talk a little bit about that?
Yes. So I was there. I watched that one. I know about that one.
That was the reference we were looking for earlier.
So, yes, we had a very special interview with Keone Young, who has been in so many things, like every property that you've ever heard of ever in the world, including Commander Sato in Star Wars Rebels. But also, he's been on Magnum PI, Golden Girls. He's been in Deadwood. He's currently on Tales of the Mogwai. He's my absolute favorite is Storm Shadow from the OG G.I. Joe animated series. So tons upon tons of things, and we had a really fun hour talking with him and him answering our questions and telling just some amazing stories. And that, I think, is going to air on Rebels Revisited the week of July 4th, maybe? I don't know. So,
It is the July 3rd episode will.
that's what I said. Sure.
You smart.
Yes.
Yes. Very, very excited about that one. I actually remember him as the alien of the Chinese restaurant in Men in Black 2.
I thought that was Men in Black 3.
Was it 3 with the creature when he's got many hands? And
I don't know. I thought it was 3.
I love 3. 3 was a really good one as well. I enjoyed 3 more than 2 personally, but a lot of good stuff going on there. Had some other guests that we're all talking about, but also next Wednesday night, live on the Virtual Cantina Network, we are going to have a Virtual Cantina special presentation.
Like an after-school special.
Oh, I should have loaded that video.
Hindsight. But we're going to a special Pride episode talking about the LGBTQ plus family members and the influence on Star Wars currently. Brought to you by our program director, Mr. Mark Von Olin, with Ashley, Jamie, and our good friend Mike, which is from the Jedi Archives, which is going to be great. And I believe Bryce is actually going to be on the Monday night show. I heard he might be on Rebels.
I'm not sure.
I don't necessarily know the answers to.
Okay.
Again, Ashley might have a better idea.
Yes.
But sometimes I'm there and I pay attention, and other times I'm there and I don't pay attention.
But please make sure that you check in on a special Pride episode next week. Also, want to plug that on July the 30th, awesome. Thank you very much, Ashley. On July the 30th, we will have a special presentation of the Virtual Cantina Network, as we will be doing a preview of the Family Vacation 2. No, it's not going to be Electric Boogaloo. No, we already did that. But yes, talking about some of the exciting activities we're going to be doing, and also when tickets are going to go on sale for this event. There is only going to be 70 tickets available for this event. Let me preface that. 70 tickets to do the full entire trip. If you want to come and just do aspects of it, there's going to be some aspects that are going to be available to the public, and some are going to be private. But we want to make sure there's a nice mixture so people can be able to do a lot of stuff. But I will have to say, what we have planned for our meetup in Los Angeles is pretty snazzy. It's something you're not going to. Yes, it's going to be a lot of. It's not going to be something you want to miss.
I'm LA jaded, so I'm used to lots of cool stuff going on.
I know, and also you win free tickets to a lot of them as well.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Go to Disneyland and buy stuff like that.
I'm going to share. I share the story that excited me, and it wasn't even it happened to. Is the other night, Geo, our friend from the Unifying Force, is pulled off like a Jeff level meetup, and got a hug from Batman.
Oh my goodness! What? Who? Wow!
No.
What?
He met Keaton.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Geo got a hug from Keaton.
Wow.
That's nuts.
Like, Kat and I were we were giddy in the chat just hearing about it from.
Yeah, I bet.
Away.
I want to know if he asked him to get nuts.
Right? Right? Exactly. I actually really enjoyed.
Want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
I really enjoyed the Flash, and the Easter egg.
Spoiler alert.
That was kept off the air was probably one of the most funniest things I've seen in a really long time. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. So
there's some good stuff in that movie. It's lacking in some ways, but it's,
yeah, as I'm trying to avoid spoilers, la 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 la. I've been not so much on the internet because I haven't got to see it. Maybe tomorrow.
Speaking of the Flash, I mean, Dave's going to be meeting Mr. Grant Gustin.
I am going to be. I have already pre-ordered my dual photo op with Grant Gustin and Stephen Amell.
The Superior
Flash. Raleigh. Already ordered some new T-shirts to go, so we can have Team Flash and Team Arrow.
You're not going to go for Star Laboratories?
I thought about doing like a Cisco style shirt, but I think I may go with just the Flash logo.
That still works. The one thing is, I will say, is they missed an opportunity to have Grant do the nod back to Ezra, like they did in Crisis. That was the one thing I was looking for.
I'm going to say that they missed the boat in having Ezra appear at all and not just Grant, but.
We'll talk about this at another time, but also make sure that you gain your tickets for Dial of Destiny, which comes out in 2 weeks as well. Make sure that you go see that. But we have 5 minutes before we go live for the episode, so please make sure that you have your D Plus machines all queued up. We are going to be watching first episode 9 of season 1 of the Clone Wars animated series, which I'm very
5 22-ish minute episodes to go through. 25 this first one is, so.
Well, Ashley, if Grant ends up doing Rhode Island because he's doing the con circuit now, you'll have your chance, which would be absolutely fantastic.
And I think there are possibilities. I mean, Steven was at Rhode Island last year. and because he's got Heels season 2 just came out yesterday, maybe.
I haven't seen season 1, so I really don't.
Okay, but so I imagine he's going to be doing the circuit, and if anybody's thinking anything at all, it's the best concept to have those two together.
Yeah. So please make sure you take a look at that. But how about the fact that not only is Rhode Island going to have Barbara Eden and Vicki Lawrence, but they're going to have a special photo op with Vicki Lawrence as Mama in full gear.
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, what the
It took
hell?
to get her to do that.
They could throw, if they get Grant for Rhode Island, they could throw in like Grant, Stephen, and Hochland. They could all sorts of Arrowverse people.
Well, also don't forget the fact that you also have 4 of like the 5 living Supermen in one photo. Is that the other one that you're getting, Dave?
Oh, I'm there.
Which is a pretty exciting one. And Boston as well. Gary,
I've already got a stupid pose plan to see if they are going to be game for that.
there you go. Yes, the Arrowverse kind of rules. I'm waiting for Melissa Benoist to please do a con, do something. I need her on my Blunt Man and Chronic poster. Hey, I have everybody I need on my Blunt Man and Chronic poster except for Melissa Benoist, so I need her on there. But anyway, we got about 3 minutes before the episode. That's so cool that your mom loved Mama's Family.
So, I know you might not be able to get there, but there's a full, and it may start coming to Rhode Island because they're doing it. There's like a full Mama's Family reunion going on. I think at Fanboy Knoxville, because like Vicki Lawrence is going to be there, and Bubba's going to be there, and maybe 1 or 2 other people.
Cool.
That's still kind of cool. But yeah, they're really going old school. I'm like, wow, that's
well, yeah. When they throw in Barbara Eden as well,
Yeah, that one I was.
Well, we did have Hot Lips Houlihan last year.
is Rhode Island the one? There's so many cons I have in my brain. Is the Fall Guy going to be there?
The Fall Guy?
The Fall Guy,
Lee Majors.
Lee Majors.
I didn't realize that when this past weekend when I saw Dorian Kigney again at the Contopolis, that his mother is Lindsay Wagner.
Really?
Yeah,
There's
so
a lot of
Cad
Nepo
Bane's,
babies that you're not definitely.
Cad Bane's mom is Lindsay Wagner.
Who is appearing at some con sometime soon with Lee Majors. Both
Right.
of them are appearing at the same con.
Actually says Barbara Eden has done that before. They should really get Erin Moriarty, Tabitha from Bewitched to come up to do a con, and then go and get a picture up in Salem where they have Samantha sitting on the
with
moon
the statue.
as a statue in the middle of Salem, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we're 1 minute away from the time. We will have right under me, right over here, there. My other left. I don't know. I feel like the scarecrow. Go that way though.
Near 2 of the 3 Ahsokas on the overlay.
Yes. So we'll be starting off the episode. So make sure you have your D plus machines all queued up to episode 9 of season 1. Oh, your Murphy was there too. That's cute.
Yeah, Fanboy Knoxville has Vicki Lawrence. It has Dorothy Lyman, which is Naomi, and Alan Kaiser, who played Bubba.
Bubba.
There you go.
Then there's a Willy Wonka reunion. There it is. Lee Majors and Lindsay Wagner at Fanboy Knoxville.
Very
That's a good
cool.
one.
But so are you guys all queued up?
You betcha.
All right, Dave.
You don't even know where his camera is.
All right, Jeff. Why don't you do the countdown? Got the videos
All
queued?
righty. Let's see. Should I do the countdown this way or should I do the countdown this way? I'm going to play a video for the countdown. So when you see that video stop, it'll say, or at the end of the video, it'll say play. So hit your play button when you see the word play. And so here we go. You're going to get a 10 countdown to play.
Dun, 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 dun,
Clone Wars logo. What I really loved about this show was the George style. Well, it was George at the time.
Yeah.
The whole George line, even though it wasn't in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the blue text is very kind of iconic. And it's also very cool for them to interject other thoughts in there. But this animation, oh my God, it's almost as bad as last week.
it is more in season 1.
Some of it is amazing. I really am. I like the quality of the ships, but some of the characters just don't. There's not a lot of depth like there should be.
No polygons.
No atmosphere. Yeah, it's very, and it's a lot stiffer, but it's still very cool.
And we were talking about this the other night, just in the preview there that you see of Padme, is they didn't kind of throw as much behind Padme's wardrobe in 3D animation as they did in real life.
You know, look at that clone trooper right there with the 2 red mohawks. I'm waiting for him to start saying Kalima, Kalima, Shakti. Like he needs a stone, like he needs a Sakara stone, which you can get at Shop Disney right now.
Ooh.
See, like watching them walk into this scene makes me cringe a little. But you know, like I said,
you don't like this?
it's a lot of their feet too, and how they interact with the floor.
But yeah, we were talking about this.
The whole body language is really weird.
Recording Unifying Force. This is, season 1, crop top and short skirt Ahsoka.
Yeah, it's minimalist outfits, like summer. It is literally the summer of
women's clothing, George.
It's too hot to wear anything else.
She's like, she's like 8th grade Ahsoka who's getting ready for high school, wants to look older, so puts on the crop top because she thinks that
Yeah,
going through that phase, huh? Corky Kreese's adopted dad.
So is this Tim Curry at this point doing the voice of Sidious?
Oh yeah. What? This is the first season. That's kind of interesting to me that they.
For that column that you sent me in where is it? In South Dakota is Asajj Ventress is appearing at the.
Oh, cool.
And Ventress in booty shorts.
Yeah, it's like they had her in the cloak, and then they're like, "Here, look at this."
Again,
she's got a big, a very Eartha Kitt Catwoman kind of vibe, though. I feel.
Oh, Ian Abercrombie. Thank you very much, Ashley.
Dude, that would have been an amazing casting for this. Is Eartha Kitt as
she's got such an iconic voice. Anything she did would be cool. But
speaking of the fact that in Rhode Island we were talking about Batman, Julie Newmar is going to be there.
Innocent Pawn.
So I like the part here is where Ahsoka gets to learn from. Is supposed to be learning from different Jedi masters, yet she immediately acts just like Anakin already.
Lashing out. Terror is not a weapon the Jedi use. Uh-oh.
As Ashley said last night, George did not know how to design functional women's clothing, and he didn't know how to write romance either, i.e., the picnic scene.
That's the best scene in a grass field ever, with giant ticks or fleas or whatever freak they were. Those things were nasty. I'm getting Christmas vibes from that trooper. I forget his name with the red
Peter,
mohawk.
how are you? If you want any clue as to George not knowing how to design women's clothing, watch Carrie Fisher's stand-up on one of the shows and talk about how functional the Hut Slayer outfit was. So just gonna throw that out there.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that we saw live action versus these super
Super battle droids, yeah, they're very cool
in
in any kind of form.
Yeah, that's some of the stuff that actually works with this style of animation. That kind of big mechanical stuff.
The thing is that super battle droids and battle droids in general were live action first, and then they were animated, and then they were live action again. So, and we got the super battle droid in Mando. Jabba no Bada.
So is this after like the arrests in Phantom Menace? We got the arrested Newt Gunray.
If it's Clone Wars, Clone Wars, it has to take place between 2 and 3, doesn't it?
Yeah, Clone Wars is for definitely after Phantom Menace. But
ooh, slicey.
Oh, there's the ball. Oh, so much for that one. Clone Trooper down. Clone Trooper down. That's like Buzz Lightyear's armor just laying there.
Oh shit. Does she have his arm or just the armor? Be pretty morbid if she cut his arm off and took it with her instead of just putting the gun.
Maybe he is Abercrombie, or is he Fitch?
Wah wah wah. Oh.
She's very deliberate with her saber swings. I like that. It's kind of mechanized almost.
Now, sorry, got a little bit of like reflux this evening, but I do like a lot of the stuff that they're trying to do here with the lighting, light, and that
they started on a good path. It just was, like this is probably one of the cooler scenes because of that. But obviously in later seasons, they really upped their game and their abilities. Like, look at the weird reflections off the visors on those clone troopers.
Yeah, you just get like
very minimal
highlight that
yeah.
It says, oh, hey, there's a highlight, but we don't know exactly where it should be.
Right. So I'm sure there was a whole learning curve and, getting familiar with the character designs and how to light them properly. But,
yeah, I'd love to talk to somebody who worked on this at some point to find out, like, what software and stuff they were using at the time to do this.
Right. And how much of it they had to develop in-house, because that usually happens as well.
Yeah.
This was very stealthy, don't you see?
Yeah, that was pretty slick. The way she was bouncing around that droid that was looking around. Placing those detonators. Nah. I always love the classic reveal of one of the bad guys that then gets taken out in some weird way like that super battle droid. Some of these armor designs that are so very much like Roman style.
It is.
I don't like it, but I also kind of don't like it.
Well, and that's our weird Clone Wars guest star of the episode. I think that, what is it? Argus. What is it? That's James Marsters.
Yeah, Spike from Buffy.
Yeah.
Oh wow, trippy.
Yeah, it's like, all right. It's like
Ahsoka just called her a hairless harpy. Like,
Do you even know what a harpy is?
this is a kid show.
Yep.
There's a lot of adult subtext there.
And Asajj with her weird not halter top, but low cut top with that other thing and that then her biker shorts on.
Yeah, again, I said this the other night, I think, when we saw Asajj. It's got the Power Girl window in the costume.
Yeah, exactly. Only exaggerated more. And then the back too. It's like, is that really functional?
over here, come here, and I'll buy you a planet.
Oh, here we go.
Is that like naming a star in the star map that you can do for like?
And typical Snips is we lunge straight ahead at the objective.
She's overzealous, and it costs her. Uh-oh.
Look, all of my people are dead. Nope. See, that is an appropriate use of the Force.
Big time.
Use the Force to press a button and box her in.
Yep. Uh-oh. There goes the detonators.
You forgot about the thermal detonators.
Yo,
The
Droid is like flailing his arms and.
Some of the best reactions are when the droids freak out. Like that weird little rabbit droid and C-3PO always. That's such a badass move.
Oh,
How much infrastructure damage is she doing though? That's
That'd be kind of cool. Like, you see like the whole like elevator shafts like split into thirds.
or that chunk like fall out.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
It peels off, you know.
Long slab of elevator shaft falls.
so look, he actually did this on purpose this time. They've said that the attacker had disabled the ship. Like she's in a normal deal when Anakin and Obi-Wan are tearing up the place like that, it just keeps flying as normal. It's fine.
Didn't we talk about that the other day? It's like he's flying half a ship, another happy landing. Like I was looking for next week. Gallery for season 3 Mandalorian does come out on D+, which is pretty cool.
Gotta check that out. It's gonna be good.
And also check out, as I like to call it, How I Met Your Mother Part 2 or Secret Invasion. Episode 1 was fantastic.
I've heard bad things about the titling done in a weird way and not ideal to people's expectations. But I haven't watched the episode yet.
It's really good. I really enjoyed it.
I've heard good things about it in general, but not.
Yeah, I just watched it before we came on here. That was a good first episode. Then here
how many episodes there are of the season in the season?
Saber.
Did she just give her Jedi pink eye?
Okay, who farted in her pillow?
Use the Force to give her pink eye.
I mean,
she used pocket sand on her.
Pocket sand. Glitter.
You got to be like Dale Gribble if you ever fight Vader. You got to have that pocket sand.
see, I love how Ahsoka is getting advice from like Newt Gunray here. It's like, should I leave my post? I wouldn't because I don't.
Those blue troopers actually remind me. So when Ron Simmons, the wrestler, came into WWF or WWE as Farouk, originally they put him in a blue gladiator outfit like that. So it's kind of fun.
Trippy.
Uh-oh. Dong. Big pops.
Wait, we're not Celebration. I wish we were.
This would be the point where she could probably leave her hook up.
Yeah. Speaking of Celebration, tomorrow, if you had bought tickets for Celebration, leftover merchandise does go back on sale at 12 p.m. Eastern, and then the following day to general public, whatever the stuff's over. So keep an eye out on the page. We will post links for it.
Yeah, what there is left.
I might buy the Skeleton Crew t-shirt.
I need to buy the 40th Jedi shirt. I think.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was surprised if all the crap that I did buy at the store that day, I didn't pick one of those up.
Yeah, I may need to get one of those because I bought a bootleg one. And
is yours a bootleg? Okay.
Yeah, mine was a bootleg, and it's already started to like peel. So I was like,
that sucks. I had to buy this one just so I had one. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty cool. I just don't like the color so much.
Yeah.
The other day, Dave, when you were
I really wanted was
thing, I was actually thinking, hey, didn't you buy one?
What? You know, I have a Jedi one, but it's the bootleg. I might get like the Max Rebo World Tour,
right?
But I have a problem with $40 for a T-shirt.
Yeah.
My favorite one that I picked up, I was not able to get the mural, but I actually got the Narcana 5 white long sleeve tee, and it has the orange stripes on the side.
That's a nice one. I saw somebody wearing that at one of the Andor screenings I went to. Probably the one with Andy. And for what it is, it's got both like almost cosplay functionality as well as just being a cool shirt about the show and Star Wars in general.
Oh, you could
more infrastructure damage, dag nabbit. Where's OSHA? They didn't put the rails up or nothing.
No rails.
Of course, that's always an OSHA violation in Star Wars.
We're together. Wait, didn't that was the mistake that Obi-Wan and Anakin said when they went after Dooku. She knows how to do that.
You know who would be cool as Ventress is Helena Bonham Carter.
Oh. There you go. D. Bradley Baker's not messing around.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be nice to see a live action Ventress for sure. Having a female villain is cool, and we're getting a new one, or maybe villain. I don't know.
I think we'll end up with someone Ventress-esque out of the Acolyte.
Oh, an Acolyte, yeah. That's true. But there's a blonde girl that I forget her name. That's in Ahsoka that plays the other Force wielder, sort of dark sidey kind of.
Like,
dang.
Oh no! Boom and Newt Gunray from.
Hold that! You came up with a steel chair.
I mean, it's like trying to bribe a clone. They were engineered for not that. MVO has left us some notes on the episode, and it's like Ahsoka isn't trusted by Luminaria at first, but she demonstrates her capable.
Right.
That I
at this point, they've sort of
demonstrates that she's like been hanging around with Anakin too much, that she just charges headlong into every situation.
Okay. When I muted Spencer right now, you're muted, Spencer. Sorry, I'm just doing a test. I got a better audio result. I could hear Dave better. So I don't know if it's you got something that's picking up on
I
the
was
mic.
thinking the same because, see, I'm getting the same kind of feedback when you're talking.
Oh, really?
When you're talking, when his mic is on.
Like right now, you're getting it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, somehow it's looping. Yeah. Anyways, we need to figure out all our StreamYard issues. Overall, it works
I like
pretty
his
well.
hair.
His hair is that's impossible to have from a helmet. First of all, you take off a helmet, your hair is not going to look like that, unless his helmet is like one of those big old things they had in the beauty parlors back in the day.
Yes.
And it does his hair before he takes it
He
off.
had a lot of Aquanet or Soul Glow.
He comes from the planet Aquanet.
Or Soul Glow, you know.
So much for Spike.
Yeah,
Spike is gone. How many times did Newt Gunray get away during the Clone Wars? Like every time. Catch him, get away, catch him, get away, catch him, get away.
Right. He's pretty slippery. Or
see, this is my favorite. Yoda is my favorite transition between the 2D Clone Wars and this. He's just so whacked out Yoda there. Very stylized.
He's got them crazy teeth going. And he's that squatty kind of stocky version of Yoda more than the more frail kind of puppet version.
Yeah, Sherry, helmet hair. But we're like, how do you have helmet hair when you've just removed your own helmet? Dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
And again, I love the symmetry of this, how he's walking the bridge like Tarkin or Vader would, because these are the ships that become Star Destroyers.
All right, what episode
So
are we doing?
we're going to take a quick pause, but you're also going to move on to episode 13, which we will start in a few seconds. But while we're here, you start to see Ahsoka is very much, a Padawan of Anakin. You can definitely tell that she's a little bit wily, if you will.
She's definitely got Anakin kind of vibe.
Headstrong, doesn't listen to orders.
Jedi crashes the next episode.
Yes, season 1, episode 13, Jedi crash.
So very good episode. You start to see, how Ahsoka starts to. She's very impressionable. Lack of a better word. I don't know what you guys thoughts.
Yeah, she's green, definitely. So she needs to learn a lot of things. Obviously, you could see the way she overreacted, sort of with Newt there, and had to be kind of pulled back by, was that Luminaria?
Yes.
And that kind of dynamic, and her, like you said, Dave, her just basically just turning into Anakin. That was a good pairing. I think that whoever's decision that was very apparent to them.
While we're on a pause right now, I want to quickly plug our TeePublic store, where TeePublic is on discount, 35% off discount right now. So you can get a lot of our new shirts. Ooh, you see the link? That's like way below there on the ticker.
Fighting over the link. Somebody turned it on and then somebody turned it off. Anyways, it's on.
Yes. Was it me? The Pride line, which is great, with our brand new BGE Big Gay Explosion logo that is up there, as well as our new patriotic line. So can make sure that you have your patriotic shirts, in time for July the 4th, and a whole bunch of other great logos and graphics, etc. You can get done. Get as a tote bag if you want. Get as a notebook. one thing we are going to be working on as well.
Cool.
You can get all the graphics literally as your phone case, and we're working on a very special phone case as well too. So
yes, I am working on that.
I need a new phone case. Mine's got chunks out of the side of it.
all right, Bruce, great to see you, my friend.
Have a good evening.
But yeah, so please make sure that you take care of that. But why don't we jump into 13? Is everybody at 13? All keto.
I'm ready.
All right,
Yes,
Jeff, do the honors.
We'll do the countdowning mechanism here. Here we go.
So I'm looking over on the IMDb over here, and I really that I did not know this. We were talking about on Unifying Force, or we will talk about on Unifying Force on Sunday, is how George's daughter influenced Ahsoka's entrance into the Clone Wars, or her creation. Well, Katie Lucas is one of the writers of this episode.
Nice. She had some influence over earlier things as well, didn't she? Like when she was very young.
Was it Katie that was the one that gave us the Ewok movies?
Yeah, she's the older one. I think she is the audience for those. Yes, not that other people didn't become the audience, but the original audience was definitely Lucas's daughter.
So in this episode, we had Jennifer Hale playing Alia Secura. Spent some time with the original Alia Secura, Amy Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Amy Allen. Sorry. Other Amy.
One of them.
Wonderful woman to hang out with. Very cool. Didn't realize that her husband is the drummer for Hoobastank, which is actually kind of cool. So we were actually talking about, her love for the Foo Fighters. Which is
Did you talk about how Zach Galifianakis would say Hoobastank was the musical guest every time he did Saturday Night Live, and it was never Hoobastank?
That's awesome. I think we needed every time we see Anakin, at least in the Clone Wars, he's got RAF, resting Anakin face.
Yeah. He's very squinty.
I gets a little of that too, though. See, now this is a great scene, but it's like you can see places where if they had done this in a later season, elements of the animation would have been very different and much more kind of realistic. That's a badass droid.
Yeah, make it trend. #RAF.
Resting Anakin face. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Bruce is gone.
It's kind of very reminiscent. Remember later episodes when Ahsoka challenges Rex to get down quicker, and Ahsoka basically jumps.
Oh yeah, where they're playing Frogger going down.
Yeah, and she beats him, and she has like no jump. She's got no jetpack, no parachute.
Well, like the sudden stop of that just crashing into the thing, and then they just hop out. It's like airbag. Hello.
Yeah, right. He sounds like Wafflebot from Harold and Kumar's Christmas episode.
Nice.
Oh.
You got a ticker with #RAF.
And all these stormtroopers are just like walking up behind the Jedi, and the Jedi just nope, take them out.
Yep. Yeah, I think a lot of this show would have turned out differently had they had more of the later skill and knowledge. But it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean it is, and some of the characters you can see how they've gotten a good likeness from live action, and like Ayla Sakura, that's a really good likeness to the live action. You know, Anakin is not.
Anakin reminds me of like maybe a cross between Matt and Hayden.
He does. It looks a lot more like Lanter than it does.
Yeah, he has definitely Matt vibes in there for sure.
Well,
I think Ahsoka might even have some of the roundness of Ashley's face as well.
I think the same thing. I think it does look a lot like Ashley. That would be helpful to turn on the deflector shields. Yes. Why are they not already on? Why?
Damn, that thing's moving.
Did someone hit the ticker?
Oh, what? About the ticker? You don't like it anymore?
I like it, but it serves a purpose, and that then becomes just obnoxious.
Then it becomes a running joke, and then it becomes funnier. If a joke bombs the first time, you just keep using the same joke.
You mean like Stinky?
Yes, exactly like Stinky.
Hey, cue Stinky.
Stinky's here to stay, I'm sorry to say. But
I'll say I think Stinky is the official mascot for the Virtual Cantina.
I don't know about that. Oh, he looks good on my phone, though.
Okay, this dude right here is it's just John Cleese. It's just
yeah, he's got the same inflection and his voice is almost pitch.
No,
perfect.
you didn't. Yes, I did. You're a loony.
Poor Anakin.
yeah. Well, he's not in like a full-on back to tank. They just got him on oxygen. Oh, look, yeah.
Where's he going?
Maybe turn.
Interesting to see something burning and smoking in space.
Well, yeah. So this has become. See, sometimes people ask the differences between Star Wars and Star Trek. This is a very Star Trek problem. They're having to deal with like a technical issue with the ship.
Yeah, there was a lot of episodes of Star Trek where they spent a good portion of the show dealing with technical problems.
Yeah, because right now, like Geordi would be depressurizing the shuttle bay or something to like push them off course.
Captain.
They're gonna try to do something similar. Oh no!
No, and what does? Why do they let Ahsoka drive? It's like, oh yeah, let's just go faster at the star.
That was
And the med droid is trying to work on Anakin, and like, that would be great.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on?
I think that would be great.
Yeah, there you go.
The medical droid is operating on Anakin, severs something, and all you see is written and directed by George Lucas.
Exactly. Oh, there we go. Use the force like move the little controller. Oh, look, they're flying around the sun. They're going to do time warp. Captain, there be whales here. That's what they're doing right now.
Yes. But no, what they need is they need the multi-arm alien that did the surgery in Andor. Yeah.
Well, that's the isn't that the chef robot you're thinking of?
Oh,
the chef droid.
Off the engine.
But yeah, anybody.
Why are we letting the teenager drive? Ooh, there's everybody.
Gnarly landing. That angle was not pleasant.
Everybody died.
On impact. Look, let's jump out. La la la.
Another happy landing.
Yeah, apparently.
That's just average for them. Oh,
Jeff, you're blurry.
Oh.
Ooh, there you go.
Because I have my stupid blurred background on.
He wouldn't have let you get away with that. Ahsoka learned to crash from Anakin. Yes, indeed, Liberty.
She's He's got them
Hey,
skills.
how are you?
Them Annis skills.
And if you want to see your name on there on the screen, how would they do that? Like Liberty and April, how would they want to put their names on the screen?
Magic. Let's do this one. Hold on. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Please go to StreamYard.com/Facebook to connect your Facebook to StreamYard.
There you go.
So, would you say Ahsoka's a horrible driver because her teacher was a horrible driver?
I'm an excellent driver. I like to drive on the driveway. Excellent driver.
Okay, Raymond.
Yeah, he's definitely got kind of that Anakin piloting skill there. Oh, there we go. Make the choice.
Do what's best for you. She should cut him right there.
Look, we randomly found like a carved stone tablet or something. Yeah. In the dark at night. Let's just maybe we should stay with the ship until morning. Maybe.
Now, why would we do that?
And oh, there we go. We're gonna leave you with Rex. We're gonna leave one guard on Anakin, but it is Rex.
Indeed.
See, there's the beginning of. See, we got to see Rex in the Ahsoka show. Just that relationship, Rex.
They said there was a rumor that Tam was going to be in it, so.
It's likely they've used them already, and they're probably testing that to see how well it would work in other ways.
Didn't Anakin have issues with, attachment and
Everything.
Everything.
It's the same character.
This is when the Sand People should come out.
They're not on Tatooine for a change.
Chica the Jawa needs to come up and steal his blaster and sell it back to him.
The cleaning costs extra.
Again, they're not on Tatooine.
Okay, so we need a Loth Wolf to come through.
There we go.
They're not on Lothal. They're on, I don't know, Lion Kingia. They're about to meet Rafiki.
I don't know, kind of looks like the Shadowlands, like after the Black Panther's buried and he sees his ancestors. Yeah, you Rafiki to jump down and whack him in the head. It doesn't matter. It's in the past.
Coconuts. Giant coconuts.
I got a lovely bunch of coconuts.
I thought regular coconuts were deadly.
Big one, small one, some big as your head.
Oh, yeah, let's follow the trail of giant coconuts. Sure.
Couldn't really be a trail unless it was a trail of trees, right?
Oh, little critters growling in the bushes.
Uh-oh. Kill Rex. Somebody else already did. There he is.
That's giving me like Skeksis vibes.
Big time. That was totally Dark Crystal coming to.
No, it's the Skeksis. Oh, yeah.
Oh no! Now it has. It's not wearing its cloak, so you can see what it looks like.
Oh. Now that was something. That was them trying to be really good there. Did you see the reflection of the Skeksis in Rex's visor?
Oh, I missed it.
They were trying.
Oh yeah, well, this is a later episode by a couple. So
It is. We're in the second half of season 1. And it did improve. This show constantly got better and better as the technology got better and better. You can see the green reflection, or the green glow of the lightsaber when she ignites it. Boom. Oh, lucky. Not so lucky. How many times did they name a clone trooper Lucky?
that's sort of jinxing him, I think.
Where's Phil and Ted? You know, just you random Larry.
And his other brother, Larry?
Mm-hmm.
No, that's Daryl. Sorry.
Daryl.
Daryl. Yeah.
Well, my name is Larry. This is Roadhouse.
Larry, my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
We need Bob Newhart to go to Rhode Island. So I can get him first on.
Yes.
Mhm.
In the Jedi outfit, though, when he's the ghost visiting Sheldon.
Force Ghost Professor Proton. Oh, look, it's Madagascar. It's the. I like to move
Yeah,
it.
here comes
I like to move it.
Sacha
Move
Baron Cohen.
Right?
And we just left him there.
Yeah, we didn't try to bring him here to you to get him fixed. Damn Jedi.
You got those big wasp nests there.
Yeah, but aren't those the like shells of those nuts that were falling on them? Or is that?
Yeah, I would think so. That's what they're using for.
Like carve some holes in them. That makes them more wasp nesty looking. But yeah, they kind of do have that vibe overall.
The slickness and the edginess of his hair is kind of gnarly, don't you think?
Look at that. He wins all the
Oh,
beer.
yeah.
It doesn't move, it doesn't sway. It's more they're using the Aquanet again.
Well, it's like Kenobi's beard in this whole thing.
Yeah.
It's like, a beard with way too much gel in it.
You got this cat over here with a beanie in his head.
What's funny is he's got the beard blending into his hair, and it's all like stuck in that flared out kind of thing. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, droidica roll.
Droidica. That's how we decided to make them roll like a droidica.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Ayla character design is very reminiscent of her actual character in 1 and 2 or whatever episodes she was in. 3 too, right? Because she got killed in the spoiler alert Order 66 scene.
Well, did she? Did she?
Yeah, no, huh? I won't know for sure until I see her on screen again.
Yeah. See, Mark is saying in his notes, this is one of those, and this happens a lot in the Clone Wars, is like they get very philosophical about war and fighting and the reasons behind it. So there's it's that kind of after school special on war.
Yeah, that have the moral of the story kind of thing.
It does.
And the more you know.
Those are crazy, like griffin looking things. They don't have wings though, do they?
I was going to say, it kind of remind me of Buckbeak.
Oh, it could be that.
Could Anakin talk to animals just like Ezra?
And Anakin was never really that much in tune. I think we've seen that Ahsoka is.
Right. Ezra and Ahsoka, I think, are the ones that we've seen that demonstrated by. Anakin's
like,
always been sort of
just, like put it on a leash.
They're playing tug.
Oh, look, just like an AT-AT.
There we go. Point. Little rodeo action there.
Hog tie. What's your time? 4 seconds.
It's like Rancher Dwayne from Mighty Ducks 2 on the ice. It's a lasso.
There you go.
It's interesting. There's a big giant one of those things in the middle of when they showed that shot from a distance. It makes me rethink the source, unless there just happened to be a really well, some freakazoids. They all look the same, except for like between the males and females.
Oh yeah, green glowing oil on my face.
Yeah. Here, just stick this stuff on there. I brewed this moonshine up. It'll help you out.
Yeah.
Was face
It's very King Julian.
Yeah, well,
here, this
Did
is
this
like
come out? Did
amazing.
this come out at the same time as like Madagascar?
2008.
January 16th, 2009.
2009. I think Matt was Madagascar before that.
50 points
like
to
And Madagascar did come out in 2005, and then Madagascar 2, Escape to Africa, was 2008. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, that was the second episode.
Yep. So I think we are going on to 14, so we'll just let it go straight through on this one. But fun little episode right here. You get to see, Ahsoka as protector of Anakin in this particular one.
All right. Well, mine's starting, so I'm gonna hit the starty thingy, the timer.
Oh,
Timer.
Mine skipped over the most of the credits. Right.
oh, mine did not skip the credits.
All right. Well, if you want me to stop and reset, let me know.
No, I'm straight through.
I want to get ahead of everybody else I'm probably ahead of everybody who's watching too.
So, surrounded by war, one must eventually choose a side.
Oh no! See, mine's still doing the other thing credits. The credits for the other.
All right, here I'm gonna restart mine and then restart the player or the timer. So here, stop the timer. And you want me to do a countdown like the video or no?
No, you don't have to in this one. Just let go.
All right, we'll do a little 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, like those lines are really, some of those are poignant.
They are.
They're like Star Wars fortune cookies.
They could have those on by 2. That would be.
That needs a lot of things. that you would think would be a given. But
I mean, that's a thought right there. You know, periodically we hear that Disney and Lucasfilm like hear things that we say on the show. They don't. But like, come on, if you did like fortune cookies at Batu, like Ronto roasters with just all of the sayings from the Clone Wars.
Yeah, but
they could
some
do
of the Ronto roaster places run out of Ronto, so
some of them. You mean certain geographical locations of Ronto
Yes.
roasters? A specific one?
Yes, I
Have
was
a problem with that?
trying to be a little bit, clouded in that, announcement.
You just want to make sure you go and get your Ronto wrap early in the day, son. You can't be lollygagging on sleeping on your Ronto wrap. You got to get it. Worry about other things later on. Yeah, I haven't been frequenting Ronto roasters so much when I'm in Batu lately. They up their game in Ogas, so I tend to grab a little snack in there instead of getting food in Batu proper. But Ronto wrap, I do enjoy me a Ronto wrap. I just wish that Docking Bay 7 would up their menu game back to pre-pandemic times. They've added some cool things, but they don't keep them very long.
The cilantro steak thing that
yeah, like I said, they've added some cool things.
Good.
They don't keep them very long. They do a lot of like, here, let's try this for a minute, and then nope, see ya. And they bring in something else. I do prefer, I think, some of the beef, or they call it bantha, over the ones that are like pork based.
Mm-hmm.
In general. Not that, it's just...
Okay, what happened here? Those were just big pod things, and now they're giant tents. All right, speaking of hawking the track.
Yep. Oh, right my.
Lockderd. Oh, my.
There you go.
I was actually watching the episode the other day. I go back to Big Bang Theory all the time, where Howard's in bed and talking, imagining he's with Bernadette, but then all of a sudden Kay Sackhoff, dressed as Starbuck, is in bed with him as well, and he's like, "I'm a little confused," and he said, "Oh my!" And then they're like, "George Takei, what are you doing here?"
And George Takei, it's George Takei in his like civilian outfit from Star Trek 4.
Yeah, he's got the big brown like cloak.
And they're just shooting. Just shooting. That's what droids do. Roger, roger.
But I also love the scene in the car where Kay Sackhoff and George Takei are kind of like the angel and the devil, trying to talk Howard into making out with Bernadette.
Well,
I've missed a lot of Big Bang Theory. I kind of liked it, and then I kind of liked it less.
Yeah,
I'm a love-hate with Young Sheldon currently.
I haven't really watched Young Sheldon. It seems interesting, but I like some of the callbacks that they've done, or that I've heard about, because I haven't really seen it.
Yeah.
So April says that's the bigger one's like a cafeteria or something, like a central meeting place. But I don't know why it would be a bigger nut, as it were. If those were shells,
they
of
have
the
a
nut,
food court. Okay, they have a Sparrows.
How did that one get to be bigger versus the other? Is all I'm wondering.
They have a Jumbo Juice. They have it Auntie Anne's pretzels.
Orange Julius.
Yeah.
Yes, Orange Julius. I love how they're moving theirs. Okay. I'm going to go grab like a water and try and get rid of this reflux. I'll be right back.
Oh, yeah. You've been hawking the Trek all night.
It's hawking something. Well, thank you to everybody who's been joining us today. We greatly appreciate all of our members joining us every time we do this.
Yes, yes. If you haven't already, be sure you're following us on all the socials. Well, not all of them, most of them. We try to have a presence on the big ones for sure. probe droid sneaking through the grass. Like a probe droid in the grass. I think the probe droid would cruise above the grass line, not sneak around below it. I guess if he's extra sneaky. It's funny how they make their little dangly bits very aquatic sea creature.
Yeah.
As opposed to Terran sea creature. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, very much like a squid or an octopus or something. They dangle as opposed to staying like stiff as he cruises. That is kind of cool animation elements. I don't know if it was necessary, but the fact that they could do it was probably something that they were happy about.
I want to give a shout out to our member Liberty, who's in the chat right now. She just got off the Halcyon.
Oh, nice.
So jealous of anybody who's gone on the Halcyon.
The Halcyon has become a limited time thing now, so
Yeah.
if you had the opportunity, very cool. If you got to go more than once, that's cool too.
Yep.
But for those of us that were waiting for a more opportune time, oh well.
When you made the announcement, all of our friends started texting me and said, "You got to think of something else for your 50."
Oops. Got to change those plans. Yeah. It's too bad because it is going to affect how they go forward with things like that, and especially Star Wars related things like that. But it was very bold of them trying to create all this new IP and, you know, create this story around it that you were immersed in on the
I mean, I understand why they try to do the story as they were, but like us OT fans, who are the biggest argument about there is, the storyline is modern Star Wars, where if it was OT, it might have had more appeal. And, if they had Vader instead of Kylo,
Also, well, they don't even have Kylo. Oh, they do have Kylo. I'm wrong. Sorry. He comes aboard. Sorry. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen videos of the experience. At least there was people documented it, so I've seen a lot of what was going on, just had not experienced it. But yeah, having Vader, or it could have even been, hey, Dave's back. Any other kind of the bigger baddies from the established trilogy, especially the original trilogy, but trilogies. If Maul was there, that would be pretty badass.
We're glad you had a great time on Halcyon Liberty. Thank you for telling us about that.
But he'd be dead already. He'd have to have electronical legs.
Well,
volunteers.
Somehow Maul returned to the mall. It is kind of like a mall too, the way that they had the ship set up. Right. What they really need to do is just make one of their freaking cruise ships completely Star Wars, and they just happen to be landing in or have landed in a body of water on some planet somewhere every day.
It could be the cruise ship on Cannobite.
Yeah, those ones were pretty cool. But,
they could do the thing where they pretend it's like the Fifth Element, where it gets close to the planet during the day to see, and then we get higher. They could do their.
I mean, if you what I didn't like was that you're weirdly confined. You can go into the atmosphere simulator, which is like a weird patio with a strip of open sky. Sorry, spoiler alert if you didn't go or you're going to go soon.
When did Ayla Sakura turn into Spider-Man?
The thing with you
and she did the superhero landing.
There you go. I guess they'll let you go out and back to the area where you get not beamed up, but go up the weird elevator to the to the ship. Like you can go out to get fresh air or something. I guess I don't know if there's a smoking area out there, but I doubt it. But who knows? I have no idea how they have it set up. But I know you can't do any of that inside the ship, and you wouldn't be able to. I don't think on a cruise ship either. Yeah, they don't like flames at all. Things that burn. But if they just outfitted an actual cruise ship with all those elements, and then the story was that what you saw while you were out was, some random planet's body of water that you happen to be sitting in, and then when you were at a port, you could technically be back on Earth if they wanted to do that. I mean, not back on Earth, but on Earth or some barren planet. I don't know. Obviously, it's not going to go that way. I shouldn't even be brainstorming.
Yeah. Hi, Peter. Still Thursday for us yet, but happy Friday to you.
He loves to be hanging out in the future.
Great Scott!
Yeah.
How you doing, Peter? Speaking of Peter, what I want to plug out right now is that, don't forget, you can still get your virtual Cantina Dark Side and Light Side baseball jerseys. You can get both for $150 US, includes shipping in the United States. Get your own name and your numbers on the back. We're going to post throughout the page. I'll put the post up again tomorrow. But, it's something to get. Our hockey jersey looked fantastic while we were cruising around London. So, and, we get recognized for our jerseys, our racers, and everything, even at other cons. They mistake us for a club.
Absolutely. They're trying to get us to
a VIP club.
They're trying to get us to get out of the regular line and go through, which goodness knows we needed as much garbage as we had in our bags and swag, and how many times we got searched and frisked and wanted.
Sounds like a good time there.
Well,
well, he's already coughing. He just needs to turn. So.
I blew water out of my nose on that one. That was, there you go.
This has a lot of the Tuscan camp vibes. What's it called? I was going to say there was an interesting scene with Matthew Wood talking to himself a bunch of times, and D. Bradley Baker.
Talking to D. Bradley Baker right there.
There you go. It's the young lemur versus the old lemur. War, no war. War, no war.
Do we walk off the cliff after the one in front of us, or do we not?
That's lemmings, not lemurs.
Oh, sorry. All those L animals.
They kind of remind me of the stone trolls from
lemur.
Frozen.
From what?
Frozen.
Frozen? Oh.
Oh, the Grandpappy troll?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, they do roll up like the droidicas for no reason.
For more efficient travel.
April, we're always going to have commercials during the show. You should know this.
Commercials are the best.
Remember,
Summer of Snips.
We'll be right back.
You keep watching. You're not watching this show brought to you by the Summer of Snips.
We have many other shows related to Ahsoka on the lead up to Ahsoka, so enjoy that.
Liberty.
Oh, bye-bye. Also, next time.
Yes.
Yes, next time, connect your account to Facebook, to StreamYard. Facebook, StreamYard, Facebook, StreamYard.
Anyways, it makes it more easy. It makes it easier on us, basically. And we need it as easy as we can get.
Because we're complicated here.
We had some issues.
Other than our usual issues, we had some additional issues.
And unfortunately, they're persistent. That's the problem. Currently persistent issues that hopefully will be resolved in a period of time that we are not exactly privy to. Anywho,
Anyway, Star Wars.
I digress. The year was 1942. I was a professional digressor.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, picture this. Sicily, 1942.
Ooh.
Wait, did you just go all Golden Girls for a minute there?
I totally went Sophia
Sounded-
Petrello
I
on
was
you.
going to say, Estelle Getty at her finest.
Halt. Stop. Oh, what they're doing. Oh, we're making a wall of giant pod things.
I like how they're dragging it. It takes two Jedis using the Force to drag.
They're making a giant nut wall or walnut.
It's a boma. It's like, what's his face? Val Kilmer fighting lions in Africa. Like, the dude's like, the head lemur dude's just getting bent out of shape for nothing. It's like, you can't fight, you can't defend us, you can't move a big, collection of nuts into a wall. It's like, come on, man.
He's just stubborn. Look at this thing. This is a
April
crazy
says
thing.
they're trying to blow up the cafeteria.
Yeah, well, they were supposed to fight at 3 o'clock.
Well, that's what happens when the Panda Express closes down.
At the food court.
Goodbye, Jedi.
Uh-oh.
Goodbye,
Using their own
Jedi.
tech again.
Oh my. That would have been great if you said, oh my.
Generators. Oh, Misa Tinkin, the shield is working.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jar Jar, throw the boomba.
Now we skipped the Jar Jar episode of the Clone. It is Summer of Snips. We
skip here.
Jar Jar centric episode.
Oh, bummer.
They want their mobile orders.
We're gonna do the Summer of Jar Jar next year.
Summer of Jar Jar next year. Absolutely. Let's do that.
The January of Jar Jar. I don't know.
We can do that. That'll work. Jar Jar July.
All plausible ideas.
What was it?
Do I really want that to be a thing?
And, if you mention it to MVO, it could become a thing.
Yeah, well,
I think
you're probably going to mention it to him now.
Episode 8 was Not Bad Jedi, and then episode, what was it? Where 12 maybe somewhere in there? Yeah, was the Gungan General. Jar Jar
some of the earlier redemption of Jar Jar, kind of.
Yes, help me, Jar Jar. You're our only hope.
Trying to come back from the episode 1, 2, and 3. Jar Jar. Shoot them nuts.
Boom. Boom.
Ooh, crazy. What those should have been was giant popcorn kernels. They try to blow them up. They just like airbag on them, and they wouldn't be able to get past them.
So that just didn't work at all. Like
it didn't even slow him down.
2 shots, and he's through the wall.
And there's the shield generator. You're screwed. Oh, scatter. That's a good move. Yeah, this thing has a hefty gun on it. It's interesting how they use it.
Star Wars like weaponry sometimes just amazes me. It's all blaster, but then we have big giant shells that they're shooting out of this cannon.
Yeah, it's like you have to reload it differently. Other times they never reload.
And then so those ones right there is still blasters with no reloading, and then the other thing.
Sometimes they have like what looks like maybe a what's it called, like a belt with ammo on it or whatever they call it, that feeds into a weapon, but then it's just for look, mostly like the one heavy carries in Mando.
Oh, now the lemurs are busting out the pitchforks. It's all over now.
April's saying all we need is the dragon from Game of Thrones.
Boom.
Gotta have the mother of dragons first.
She's running Crimson Dawn, didn't you know?
Actually, to what?
Or spoiler alert, is she a Skrull?
She's a Skrull.
The Skrull who like also.
I'm running on air, walking on air.
I'm convinced it was.
I'm walking on air. So free.
This has a lot of Ewok vibes, this whole thing. Ooh, except
Yes.
Yep, no.
Ewok.
Look, I'm pretty sure Kevin did the stunts for that one that just did a flip.
Yeah.
The Kratts brought together the levers. There we go.
She just did ring around the rosy, like it was a lightsaber.
Yep, she did a little slicing and dicing, but sort of a little different style. Uh-oh. You didn't do squat, lady. Well, dun 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 dun. That one seemed a little quicker.
Yeah. But see, again, George Lucas, Aya Sakura, and every woman in Star Wars is wearing a crop top. George.
Booty shorts.
Another great episode. We saw a lot more, obviously, involvement between the two because we obviously had cohesive episodes from there. But let's pause it for right now, quickly, as we're going to be going on to episode 19 of season 1 of the Clone Wars. But we got some great shows coming up on the VCN this coming Sunday. Dave, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
So Sunday on the VCN is going to be Unifying Force as our Sunday show this week. Is we are going to be discussing Ahsoka's origins, both in canon, like in the Star Wars universe, and watching on her origins in real life, like how she was created by George and Dave and inspired by I would think Katie Lucas as well, especially seeing that she's written some of these episodes. So we'll be discussing that, and then the following Sunday will be another episode of Jedi Archives, and they're going to be wrapping up the High Republic Phase 2 comic.
Excellent. So we are going to be doing episode 19. So do we have all that queued up?
It was Storm over Ryloth.
Yes, sir.
All right, Dave, Jeff, you want to do the countdown?
I'm going to bring up a video, and here we go.
That's so much easier than us doing the freaking countdown ourselves.
Kind of works.
Especially the play button.
The play button flies on in. Yeah, it's very specific, so I like it. Uh-oh. Definitely watching the recap if anybody was questioning that. Not that you should by now if you've ever watched any of our shows. Especially right now, we've been watching them all.
It's always up to Anakin Skywalker.
The Techno Union Army. I really liked that character when he came out in, I think, episode 2, was it?
Yeah, that was great. On Geonosis.
Exactly.
Well, there we go. There's John Cleese again. D. Bradley Baker, D. Bradley Baker, D. Bradley Baker, and D. Bradley Baker.
Doing D. Bradley Baker.
But again, see, it's still funny seeing the clones here, the good guys flying Star Destroyers and in Imperial uniforms when they're not in, clone armor.
Yeah, it was like when the last episode, it was interesting that they were using that not separatist. Would it be separatist? Tech for the for that shield generator. Or no, it was. I guess that was Naboo tech, wasn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. It's kind of like Jar Jar-esque or what?
Yeah, because they had used it against the droids previously. I thought it was the other way around for some reason. For some reason, I was thinking it was that the droids had used it, but obviously, I was sadly mistaken.
There we go. Is Ahsoka her first command? There we go.
Send her out in a ship by herself.
Slammer.
With a droid. She got a droid, half a droid, whatever it is.
Oh, these are variation clone troopers. These are like clone or pilot guys.
She got wingmen.
Roger. Talk to me, Goose.
What's your vector, Victor?
Tucker on 5. What's that? Oh, they're gonna do a flyby by the tower.
And they got weird ships.
Yeah, those ones are very. I don't know. Yeah, that silhouette's kind of trippy, but they seem less functional than some of the other ones. And it's like there's like hardly any inside room.
Yeah.
For mechanisms to propel it and or to hold individuals. These are freaky. I always thought the whole droid ship, as opposed to it being manned by a droid, was an interesting idea.
Oh yeah.
But they should do more of that. Like the tanks should just be droids. And
right. Why should the tanks have to have the random battle droids piloting them?
Right. And I could probably think of a few other things.
Let's plow the road. Wait, this is Independence Day.
Anyways, take your plot holes elsewhere. Anyways.
Thanks, Sherry.
Thanks, Sherry. Have a good one.
Oh, no. Clear. Blue 5.
Oh, yes. 4th of July is coming up. I can hear the neighbors outside. These character designs of the Separatist guys, the
just
Nemoidians?
I guess they're Nemoidians.
Nemoidians, yeah.
They're just very kind of different Nemoidians.
They're exaggerated. They look very kind of, I get Muppet vibes from them. With that kind of exaggerated features thing.
There you go. If you want to do like live action remake of the Clone Wars, let's do it with Muppets. I want to see a Muppet remake of the Clone Wars movie and go.
There we go. They could do amazing stuff with the
only one that gets to be live action is Anakin and make him Matt Lanner. Go.
There you go.
Matt Lanner and a bunch of Muppets.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of fun.
Oh, see, Ahsoka's blue leader. She doesn't get a helmet. No helmet for Ahsoka when she's blue leader. What's up with that? You could sell some more of those.
Oh, yeah. Well, it would have to fit over her head, which is a differently shaped. And yeah, it's interesting. What's even weirder is that she doesn't even have like some sort of communication headset on.
Nope.
Like part of it is that they wear those helmets like
normally. Yeah, they wear the little tiaras in the episodes when Obi-Wan is
ones that have the little headpiece thing. Although now that I think about it, for the most part, that I don't think Anakin and Obi-Wan actually wear anything, even though they do have those little tiara things for some reason.
Yeah. Run away.
Like when they're in the jump ship and Padme falls out.
Right.
They're just yelling at each other. They're not even talking over any kind of intercom.
It's like, maybe we should have had seatbelts or something.
Strapped in, held on to something.
As they said, yeah, Padme had the high ground.
Crashed right into the bridge.
Booyah.
Your jet saber. Too late.
Mm-hmm. Breaking apart. Breaking up. I can't hold her. Seen like the blaster bolts going by the outside of their ships. They're kind of weird looking.
I also
There's
like
lots
the
of
fact
things
that
I could nitpick.
Ahsoka grows into her eyes throughout the series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's not
much,
as like Japanesey animation as
Right.
it goes.
She definitely has the overly exaggerated look for her
Anime eyes.
Yeah.
Aww.
I love this the way that the ships have that opening top. I always thought that was a really cool design idea.
Yeah, that's the same ship that spoiler alert, that she's on in season 7, yeah?
Yeah.
I believe so. We have a lot of them there.
Bad Ahsoka. Bad Ahsoka.
That's a full-on droid. There's enough room for a full droid.
And here we go. RAF.
Oh
no. Okay, because you do that all the time.
Oh. Do as I say, not as I do, Padawan.
Exactly. It's like, dude, you lost so many in your pilots. We lose like 3 dozen clones an episode. Come on.
Doesn't blink an eye.
I'm grabbing a water. I'll be right back.
Oop. Jeff is now Spencer. See, this is why we have an iris on our camera.
Yeah,
I can do this. Whoops. Hey, look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Look at that. It just does that. And see, Jeff can do that, and guess what? I can do that, and then I can do that, and then
Screw you guys, I'm going home.
And I can do that. And then I can do that.
Fuck
You
you.
Scotch,
You're
too.
cool. Fuck you.
You guys fancy.
That's an interesting ghost effect he's got going on there. Like some kind of haunted mansion.
He's like gonna start doing silhouettes behind that. Shadow puppets. Roger. Okay, I need a more comfortable office chair in here for this. Oh, there's James. We got us. Is this the first time we've seen James Arnold Taylor this
This episode? Maybe at the very beginning. I can't remember. A lot of times they would do that where they bookend it with one or the other character, like they did with Anakin on the other one. Or one of the other ones. I think it was the last one.
Oh, and there's T.C. Carson. Didn't Spencer see TC this weekend? Contropolis.
Oh, is that who that was?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah, I think you mentioned that was TC.
We'll have to ask
He
him.
posted a bunch of photos, so I lost.
He returns from being a shadow puppet.
Yeah. Going to do a bubble dance back there.
Uh-oh. John Cleese is injured.
Oh, no. He did the
It's the Spanish Inquisition. No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
'Tis only a flesh wound. 'Tis only a scratch. It's not fun.
Flesh wound.
Everybody's like wearing these bandanas lately. Anakin had one on. He's got one on. Stylish. They should put a Cobra Kai logo on it, and then
Yeah. But don't do that, and don't do the crane post next to Ralph Macchio.
he might take it back. I always find it weird that they don't evolve the basic character clothing much. It's
So
very,
they did in this, but it was between seasons. I think if you
Yeah,
go
they
season,
did that with Rebels too. Like
Yeah.
they aged up Ezra. and
Ezra had to get the serious hair, lose
Yeah.
the.
I'm gonna cut it off and be a rebel. But it's like The Simpsons where they're perpetually the same age and in the same exact clothing.
Right.
Hey, there he is. I missed
You
him
only
being
get-
Shadow again.
Yeah, we were just talking about. Didn't you see T.C. Carson this weekend? We just saw him a minute ago.
Yes. So I did see T.C. Carson. Funny story was that I had driven some of the actors back to the hotel before, we went out for the evening, and I see TC walk up to the bar. So I moved to the bar.
And he had like a Rebel logo shirt or
Yes.
something on. Right?
Had offered to buy him a beverage. Sat down and chatted with him for about a good 20 minutes. Great guy. I kept on talking about the citizen line. He's like, that's one of the lines that people ask me to quote all the time on Prince. I'm like, well, we have a T-shirt of that I'll wear to Rhode Island, which you can get on TeePublic right now for $16. But yeah, so a lot of fun. Really, really cool guy. Has a lot of great career. And he was telling me stories about the fact that initially, when Filoni brought him in, they would try and just voice match with Sam Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, he was like, all right, now you got the gist of the character, start making it your own.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a lot of the thing that a lot of those characters did. Is I don't know that Matt really did that, ever tried to match Hayden at all, but like James Arnold Taylor definitely was trying to match Ewan at the beginning, made it a little bit more his own, because I think we heard stories at Celebration that before Kenobi came out, is what was Ewan doing watching the Clone Wars to kind of get the way James was talking at that point. So Ewan is imitating James, imitating Ewan.
Which I thought was great at Celebration London during the Obi-Wan panel. I did all the Obi-Wans on stage. And then you had James walk on, and then you had Ewan walk on. And then everybody was like doing like stereo hello there's.
Master, this is a bad plan. Let's not do this. This is a bad plan.
Yeah, put the teenager in charge of the battalion.
There you go. Rex is just like, let's just shoot some stuff.
Yeah. She's like, wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Lots of more holograms. This episode has tons of holograms.
Well, and this is like a new characters type, right? This guy in the hologram here. We hadn't seen him in movies before.
Episode 2. Techno Union Army.
Hmm.
I forget his name. But he does the thing like Spencer did it earlier. He might have been off getting something to drink or something, but he has a little knob that like modulates his voice sort of when he talks.
And now we're just gonna like, it's like you guys need to like hush up and do what Skywalker said. If you're, the general, do it. Yeah, we're only slightly on fire. It's okay.
Yeah, and then give a couple of years, and we're gonna paint our helmets to look like you.
Yes, it's funny to see that shift. It's a weird screen.
It's all zoomed in, like just like, okay, let's talk to him like this.
He's got his phone up to his face, like.
Right. But he's got those new Apple VR helmets.
Oh, the goggles on. That's his avatar face talking to him.
All right, let's put it out there right now. They announced Zuckerberg is fighting Elon Musk.
He wants to.
I'm saying
official,
Musk in the first round.
I say Musk in all the rounds. Is Zuckerberg's going down?
Because he's a robot, so he's gonna rock and sock him robot him,
A Terminator. He will break you. I don't know.
Just winner takes social media.
Winner takes all.
And space.
There you go. Oh, there he is. Don Cleese supports Ahsoka. Let's go with the teenagers' plan. Let's just throw all the ships at him.
Sorry, sir, you're not of sound mind. You've hit your head. Please go back to the infirmary.
It's nearly headless Nick.
Who is that actually? I mean, it's not John Cleese.
Is that you, Lauren? Hello. Time. Good.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's doing the hold-up maneuver. It's the hold-up maneuver.
Uh-oh.
Except he's doing a different element of it.
Oh, bye. Okay, run away.
Let's get out of here. That's another thing that annoyed me, but it grew on me. Is Matt's droid.
Yeah,
see, but knowing it's
I don't need to be smart mouthed by a battle droid.
Well,
Anakin's like, I've blown up these droid control ships before. It's fine.
You stay here. I'll be right back.
Here, I'm gonna try spinning.
That
It's a good
would
trick.
be perfect.
What am I doing? Oh yeah.
What are we waiting on them to attack? Okay, we're having like a droid holograph like conference. Come on, people. You should be like,
droids have rights too, you know that.
They need to be linked together like the board or something.
They're all one conscience.
Okay, boys. Now we're in random A-Wings.
They're flying Y wings.
Are those Y wings?
Or similar, at least.
Yeah, really powerful cannons. Like this is the definition of plot armor or plot armament. Is sometimes those little turbo lasers just blow everything up, and sometimes they don't even scratch it.
Right.
It's arbitrary. It's like it doesn't make a lot of sense. That's the classic sort of thing, like when in the original Star Wars, A New Hope to some, they took forever and a day to to boot up the Death Star guns. Was it the second time?
Yeah.
And it was fairly quick when they blew up Dantooine or whatever, or not Dantooine. They should have blew up Dantooine. Alderaan. Why am I saying that? Anyways, and then when they were going to refire on, I guess wherever they were, Yavin or whatever. I haven't seen. Big fan. They they take their sweet time, which helps that guy do his job, making it.
Yeah, there we go.
Excellent. Another good episode, but you get to see Ahsoka kind of maturing, but needing a little more help from Anakin.
Yep.
But we are going into our final episode of the night, which is awesome. Which is going to be
skipping over. We're going to episode 21, Liberty on Ryloth. Oh, we get to see like a cool new person. This I think would be his introduction in this one.
Absolutely. So, Jeff, why don't you do the honors? Because I think that we're kind of some of the only people here.
Give me a second. Here we go. And
maybe. Hello, computer.
Compromise is a virtue to be cultivated, not a weakness to something. I like the updates to those jump ships with the doors that slide both ways instead of just one. There's a lot of cool things they did or were able to do, including in the micro series. They did some cool stuff with the troops and the ships and that before they did the full-on 3D stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I love the micro. My favorite is Mace Windu in the micro series.
Yeah, Mean Joe Green. He does some crazy Mace Windu stuff that he should have done other times.
Oh yeah, it was like, wait, that is.
It's interesting that they're taking these walkers the way that they're taking them when we've seen them do other things like walk straight up the wall in other episodes, or even maybe it was the movie we were just watching. I can't remember.
Yeah. No, a lot of times I think the military tactics in the Clone Wars are not overly the most sound.
I like these little chicken walker mechs, so those are really cool. Again, like some of the stuff that they came up with that probably was some concept art somewhere, or that even maybe
Yeah. And look at that! Like Mace Windu doesn't need no help to like move little seed pods around. He's a woof.
That's why he's the general. But these walkers are fun. Lead the way, Commander. Did they ever make a? They had to have made some sort of variation of that as a toy, right?
I don't know. I don't know that there was a ton. There was like, Power of the Force stuff and these vehicles. I don't remember as many of the Clone Wars specific vehicles happening. Obviously you get these because those are in the movies.
Right.
But
Yeah,
a lot of the clone trooper vehicles that don't appear in the movies, I don't remember seeing those.
Yeah. And of course, they're reminiscent of like a speeder bike, but then they're totally chicken walkers, and they're totally like little chickadee chicken walkers. But yeah, they moved to this kind of cool deco later on. You didn't see those tanks, anything like that in the movies. I don't think.
Yeah, see, how many men do we lose? 32. Oh, just 32 this, last minute and a half.
Damn creeper probe droids, what are they up to? That. These war droids, or whatever they call them, are pretty crazy.
Isn't it they look like they were walking towards Gondor?
I thought they were banthas that always traveled in single file to hide their numbers.
I thought that they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
That too.
Well, because they can't go all the way because you don't simply walk into Mordor.
Uh-huh. Indeed. Uh-oh.
The plasma bridge, the only way. It's not like we have ships that fly.
They fly now?
There's one little plasma bridge. That's the only way in. It's not that we don't have, ships that fly.
Right.
Yeah, we have things called drop ships for a reason that are supposed to bring the troops in and drop them off.
Yeah, those big helicopter things that look like the bad guys in Red Dawn.
And a lot of the variations they showed would carry those other ships in to drop those walkers into the war zone.
So there we go. They said the name. They said the name.
Huh. Gotta hear the title.
So what I want to know at this point is it a Davism that he reaches back to this to create Hera? Or was there EU stuff or something already that Hera already existed in some fashion when this was made that they adapted and used her father? I think it's probably a Dave used this to when he created this character.
She decided to expand that element with Hera's story, basically.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I mean, I wasn't paying attention to some of the Clone Wars EU stuff at this point.
Seems logical. This is the first season, so it's still Christopher Lee.
So this is like this is the finale arc of season 1, is where you build up to this invasion of Ryloth.
Right.
And see, there we hear the Super Battle with Droids. When else do we hear the Super Battle with Droids talk?
I think only in animation. but I think I've heard them talk more than on one occasion.
Mm.
Oh. Droid head, just pick it up like it's nothing. It's a
Yeah.
phone.
No, we don't care.
Use the phone. It's all shaking it like his brain's in there. Roger, roger.
Different clone helmet, speeder bike helmets.
Yeah, those are trippy ones. They got like speeder bike / rocketeer / whoa,
Oh,
kind of thing.
all I saw was a purple lightsaber, and then boom, no. But no, he didn't do anything.
He ran up the hill, not even fast.
Like I said, there you go. Twi'leks all over the place.
Oh no. They have giant foreheads. So is Kit Fisto not a Twi'lek? He's got more of those.
Yeah, I don't know that that's how that works.
He's got more tendrils that it's more like, and I think he's aquatic, his species, because again, the micro series, I think, didn't they do a whole episode, all of 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, that was him swimming around with his lightsaber, which I thought was really
Nautolan, a race from the planet of Glee and Sim. And yes, you're right, he's aquatic.
Right. He's got kind of a Twi'lek vibe, but he's also got those freaky giant eyeballs. And then I think he's got more than 2 tendrils or whatever. But yeah, and that go back and watch the micro series and see Kit Fisto swimming around with a lightsaber underwater.
It gives me strong vibes of like the water level of Ninja Turtles. The video game.
Ooh, here's a blurg. Where's Kuel to come and tame the blurgs?
Blurg.
Use the force on the blurg.
Oh, is that Hera?
I don't think so. I think her coloring is different.
Nah, she's like orange.
And isn't Hera's dad more closer to her coloring as well? I don't remember what color he was. Or shade or whatever. It's interesting to see him out of hologram. Actually see his coloring as well. Chicken walkers. They'll be hungry. They should have mini AT-ATs where like two troopers ride around. Weird thing with 4 legs. Like a gun turret on the front. What's the name of their dance?
See, that's the fun is where did they go when they needed stuff like this? Just create some random like music. Did somebody? Oh, this is specific like space people music, or did they just go get some sort of Earth established Earth music that they said, "Oh yeah, that's Twilight." I don't know.
I think they usually compose new stuff for the most part, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, but no, Cham is Hera's father.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They talked about that in I see it in Rebels.
So that's what I was asking before. Is did Dave have like the plan ahead to create Hera?
Ashley, you're in the crowd. What's your thoughts?
Well, that's what I was. Yeah, did Dave have Hera in mind when he created Cham to be in clones, or did he, when he needed a new pilot that he wanted to be a Twi'lek, did he reach back for that Easter egg from what was already there? Because I don't think Dave wrote this one. He didn't start really writing till later seasons.
Settle down.
Settle down.
I think they'd send more than one single ship after the Jedi starfighters. Oh, they got a couple. It seemed like it was just one on his tail for when he was talking to on his Apple Watch.
And that senator dude shows up in Rebels later too, I think.
Born Free Ta. He's in live action too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Senator Ta.
I give no assurances. I'm going to assume power. That's how it's going to work. I believe in the Republic, in democracy. No.
His chest plate's giving me like cheese
I
grater
love
vibe.
the Republic. I love democracy.
That bridge is sketchy as hell.
Yeah, I would not even.
Oops! Oh, you left Roger out there.
That reminds me of the bridge on,
Oops! Bye bye.
in Thor.
Oh yeah, the Rainbow
Bridge or whatever.
Yeah. You know the one that that Hulk bounced. Well, it's the David Banner bounced off of.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. Back to the chicken walkery speeders.
Blurgs. That sort of what would you call it? Spire-y thing, where the most of the city is or whatever. It's kind of reminiscent of
Okay.
the island in Bad Batch from season 2.
Yeah.
It's like a mountain with the city on it.
And then again, those things too, like the droids riding those little like motorcycle things. It's like, why isn't that just some little droid itself? Ride the blurs. Ride the blur. Whoa, whoa, feisty little things.
Mm-hmm.
Stay on it for 8 seconds.
Woo. He's riding for lane now. No.
Time to get the hell out of here. Treasure.
Yeah, let's move out some treasure across this.
Here comes the treasure. Instead of droids up in that those whatever they are, they got treasure.
Yes.
Look like those droid dropship things.
What are we doing?
Big
We're
scaffolding.
scanning it? Or what do we got?
They're doing like a border check.
Please, like, okay.
Oh yeah, those bikes were from episode 1 that droid's on. I remember that being like the preview figure ship combination thing that was like a huge deal.
Bye-bye.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Mm-hmm.
Ego.
You're on
there. Turn off the bridge with our big old treasure ships on there.
To waste the treasure.
Boom. See, now this is Mace Windu from the animated series. This is the kind of stuff from the 2D.
From the micro series, yeah.
Yeah.
Very much more acrobatic and airborne. And using the Force in more compelling and sort of concise ways. Those blurgs run funny.
Well, yes, they're blurs.
They got short little blurred legs. Those chicken walker mechs run cool. They can kind of like bound. Mm-hmm. Authorized to shoot your droid.
Yeah, just like sometimes the little ridiculousness of the comments the droids make. It's like,
yeah, that stuff had to grow. I mean, at first I was not a fan. I preferred just Roger, like they were in the cinematic version of battle droids, and then when they started to have conversations and do that, I was like, I don't know. And then they're just like, okay, I get it. Sometimes it's funny though. Other times it's just kind of like whatever. I bet the kids like it. Oh, dang.
Like a blur just took him out. It's like, wait, when does it
got blurred? That's a new shirt.
It's like there's the ninja battle droids.
Yeah, it's interesting to see all these crazy droids that you did not see.
No, because you got like the droid commander there and the droid ninjas and he gone.
Excuse me.
And then see here, you've got what you were talking about before, those bombers that are just drone kind of things.
And those are variations of the original one because it had two of those pods and only one of them popped up. And before it was one pod that would pop like a head up. And then they do that walkie thing, like when they're in the hangars. They did that whole like hang them up like bats thing.
Oh, there we go.
Take them out.
You were saying?
This one's, I think, a little bit
Blurred. Oh, they got
less Ahsoka
more
centric. It's just important because, you know, the introduction of Cham, because that would, of course, be the father of Hera, who is going to play, we think, a large part in the Ahsoka series there.
So what is this in the timeline compared to how old Hera is?
So I would assume that other child, I think, I may be wrong, but I think Hera possibly had a brother that was.
That kid does not look like Hera. She looks.
Yeah, I think that Hera may have had a brother that might have been killed or whatever. I know Hera's mother was killed at one point.
Right.
So maybe that was Hera's older brother.
Very possible. But anyway, that was the end of our episodes for tonight. A lot of great, Star Wars action, and get to see Snips being all snippy and all that.
Absolutely. We saw at the early episodes, we saw some classic Snips just being absolutely hot-headed, punch ahead, and when we skip ahead to later seasons, we see her kind of evolve that personality a little bit.
Absolutely. But before we close out tonight, Jeff, do you have anything you want to say?
Fun episodes. I like how they evolved their animation style over the course of the seasons from what this is to what we ultimately get. So I'll look forward to that evolution as we watch further episodes.
So, Dave.
Just join us Sunday for more discussion of Ahsoka Tano and her origins and her place in the Clone Wars and her place that grew as the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels and other properties came about. So join us on Sunday and see some more. And then join us some more next week on more Summer Snips.
Absolutely. So thank you very much for joining us for tonight, those who lasted throughout the rest of the episode. And we have a lot of great stuff, including our great Pride episode next Wednesday. Be on the lookout for information about that next day or so. So from Jeff, from Dave, this is Spencer saying, may the force be with you.
Mm-hmm.